Well, good afternoon, Periscope. Good afternoon. It's me, Shakana, back for Saturday Scopes. We're still in our series for this month, Me, Myself, and I. This is week 3. And today we are talking about, we're still talking about self. So today we're talking about self-inventory. One of the best ways to combat the opinions of others is to have formed your own of yourself. Nobody can tell you how to feel, how to think about yourself once you're confident and sure in that. And the best way to do that is to know who you are, to know yourself, know your cycles, your patterns, your likes, your dislikes, all of those things, every in and out in detail of yourself. So the first thing I want to talk about is knowing your likes and dislikes. Everybody kind of has surface things that they like or dislike. You know, your favorite food, your favorite color, stuff that annoys you, gets on your nerves. But I mean, really taking a deep look at the things you like and dislike. Knowing and applying it to other areas. What do you like about specific people, about your job, about your career, your home, your marriage, or whatever? What do you like? What do you dislike? Knowing these things. What do you like about yourself? What do you dislike about yourself? What areas do you see room for improvement? So really taking some time to look at those things, your likes and dislikes. Number 2, being comfortable with yourself. And people look at me strange all the time because every Friday I take myself out on a date. I'm single. I don't have a husband, boyfriend, nothing. So every weekend I get dressed up. I take myself out to dinner, a movie, whatever I feel like doing at the time. Last weekend I went to a car show and a street festival, had a great time, bought popcorn, saw a drag show, looked at some awesome old cars, classics, vintage, all that good stuff. And it was just me. I'm comfortable spending time alone. I know that I'm good company. And the fact that I can be by myself and not flip out and wig out about it lets me know that when I do have the company of others, I'm okay in their presence as well. I'm not thirsty for conversation and company just because I need somebody around. You know, I'm okay with spending alone time and doing things by myself, especially since I'm in a new city. I don't really know a lot of people. That's my norm. Okay. So, being comfortable with spending time alone by yourself. And that's one way to really get to know yourself. Because if you're constantly around people, you have a tendency to become like the people that you spend the most time around. But if you never take time to spend time alone to figure out what you like, what you don't like, your own personal interests, you can get swept up in the current of the group and completely miss what it is that makes you an individual. Okay. The next thing is knowing your moods and attitudes, knowing what has the power to change and affect your mood. Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it specific music? Is it reading? Is it shopping? Whatever it is, what affects your mood, positive or negative? There's certain songs that I know if I'm having a bad day, if I'm feeling down, boom, I can put it on. It's instantaneously going to lift my spirits, going to give me more energy. It's like a pick me up. There's certain movies that I can watch where I know I'm going to laugh, I'm going to crack up, I'm going to associate it with good memories, I'm going to have a good time, whatever. My hair is a little fluffy. But anyway, what affects your attitude? For me, I'm just be all the way honest. I have a real low tolerance for ignorance and foolishness. My patience gets real thin dealing with stupid stuff. I just don't have time for it. I can't, like, I time is so valuable that I can't give myself my time, my energy, my effort to ignorance, to foolish things, because it's going to frustrate me. It's going to make me angry. And if I stay in that place long enough, it's going to cause me to step out of character. I know that. I'm honest about it. I'm upfront. If I don't verbally tell you, my face will. That's another thing. Knowing your non-verbal communication. Does your face tell on you? Yeah, mine's not delivered. Not at all. Not at all. My face tells on me all the time. I'm working on it. We in this thing strong. When I'm confused, especially, it shows up on my face immediately. So if you ever meet me, or if you ever see me looking at you like, 9 times out of 10, I'm confused. I don't understand something. And I'm trying to process it or figure it out in my head. But yeah, my face talks way louder than I do. A lot more than I do. Your body language will tell on you real quick. If you're somewhere, you're engaged, you don't want to be there, you're bored, you're slumped down, and it shows up. So know those things about yourself. Be aware of it when you're around other people. Be aware of it when you're by yourself, because if you practice these things and keep these things in mind when you're alone, it'll be easier to think about, to do automatically when you're with other people. So if you know that your face tells on yourself, like me, when you're out in public, when you're people watching, you're at the park taking a walk, check your face. Check your body language, your nonverbal communication cues, okay? Knowing your triggers, your buttons. What pushes your buttons? What sends you over the edge and off the deep end? What causes you to just bloop all the way out, go crazy, go ham, whatever you want to call it, turn up, whatever you call it? What pushes your buttons and takes you to that place that causes you to step all the way out of character? And then knowing how to combat those things and how to de-escalate the situations. Because the worst thing is for somebody who's watching your walk, especially as a Christian, as a leader, as someone in a position of power or authority. The worst thing is to have people watching catch you in a moment where you have been pushed to the point of stepping out of character, and you let that moment overtake you rather than de-escalating the situation. You just lost your witness. You lost your credibility. Now you may have to start over with that person that was onlooking to regain respect, to regain that sense of, okay, I know this person is calm, cool, collected, level-headed. They're not just going to flip out at every little thing. And I'm not saying fake it. I'm not saying don't be human and let people see your humanity, because a lot of times we put people up on these pedestals, especially leaders, like they're perfect, they don't make mistakes, like they're not human, they're not flawed, which is so not the case. Every leader has issues. Every person has issues and flaws and things that they're still working on. Until we leave this place, we're going to have things that we're still working on. So don't take for granted that people are human, regardless of their title, their position, their authority, their function, their role. At the end of the day, they're still human, just like me and you. And 9 times out of 10, if they are in a leadership position, that means they have more monkeys jumping on their back, trying to get them to fail, trying to get them to step out of character, trying to get them to make a fool of themselves in front of the people that are watching, trying to ruin their credibility and their reputation. So pray for your leaders, pray for each other, pray for folks who are trying to do something positive and be a good influence. If you see somebody in a situation that's escalating, try to de-escalate if you can. If you have that skill set, if you have that gift and or even the patience to just be a mediator, jump in, try to de-escalate the situation. And one of the most important things I mentioned earlier is knowing your cycles and patterns. And this is a very important part of knowing yourself, because it helps you to fight from a better place. If you know that every month around the third week of the month you tend to be depressed, you already know that's coming. So you know how to combat that. When that third week of the month comes, you can say, I know I'm going to be feeling down this week. I need to find some things to occupy myself. I need to hang out with some friends. I need to go to some events and activities. I need to get out of the house, not be by myself. If you know there's a particular area where you fall every time, learn how to combat that. If you know that 6'2" chocolate with dimples is your weakness, run. When you see it coming, run. If you know that's what causes you to fall and to stumble, stay away from it. Have other people around. Don't be in compromising situations and putting yourself in a position to fall. If you know you're bad with money, get some accountability, get some help. Whatever your cycles are, your patterns. If you know you see a repeating pattern with relationships, the type of people you attract, stop and look at that. Take a look at that. See, why am I attracting this same type of person? Why do I keep going through this same thing over and over in relationships? The easiest way to do it is start making lists. Go through every area of your life. Make a list. Okay, last time I messed up, what was I doing? What happened? Who was involved? What was the situation? What was around? The time before that, what happened? The time before that, what was I doing? What was my mindset? What was my environment? Who was around? Was there certain music playing? Was I participating in certain activities? Look at the details. I did a blog last week called The Devil is in the Details, and that's really where he comes to attack us, in the small, minor details. He's very subtle. He's not going to give us something that we don't like. He's not going to tempt us with something that's not going to move our flesh. If vanilla ice cream ain't my thing, you can put 12 gallons of it in front of me and it's not going to bother me. But you put a hot fudge sundae with brownies and chocolate ice cream and caramel sauce, then we're going to have a problem. He knows what you like. He knows what tempts you. He knows what speaks to your flesh. And if you know these things and you know these patterns, because his attack plan is the same, steal, kill, destroy. But if you know your own weaknesses and patterns and cycles, if you know every year around the holidays you get depressed because you're single, make plans to be with friends and family and go out and try new things and create new memories, so you're not by yourself, so you're not focused on being depressed. If you know you get mad when you see other people doing things that you hope to accomplish and hope to achieve, check that. That's an issue of pride and envy. Check that. Why are you spending so much time focused on what they're accomplishing and not working towards accomplishing the goals yourself? What could you be doing to get you towards achieving that goal or accomplishing that thing that you're jealous of them for? It's all about really being honest with yourself about yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself about yourself, how are you going to be honest with anybody else? And this is big in relationships, in friendships, employment. If you're constantly telling lies about who you are, about where you are, it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. Because everything you do in the dark comes to light. Every lie gets exposed. Plus, you got to keep telling lies to cover up the first lie. And then at some point, you're going to lose track of the lies and you ain't even going to remember what the truth is. So if you just tell the truth to begin with, it's going to save you a lot of trouble in the end. But not only that, being honest about who you are leads you to a different place in worship. Because the Bible says they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And if you can tell the truth of who you are, where you are, and what you are to yourself, it's so easy to do it when it comes to talking to God about it. So that honesty will open up new levels of worship for you, because you can be honest with God about where you are. He already knows anyway. It's just a matter of, can he trust us to be honest about it with him? Can he trust us to go back to that innocent state of being naked before him and in his presence? Okay, so take a self-inventory. If you are stuck, if you have questions, if you need some help, if you don't know where to start, you can hit me up on Facebook, on Twitter. You can email me at shekinnahdowns@gmail.com. I'm on Instagram. You can find me. Hit me up, send me a message if you have questions. If there's anything I can help you with on this journey of self-discovery, please, by all means, reach out. Let me know. I'm available. I'm here to help. I don't know everything. I'm still on this journey too, but I'm definitely about sharing what I have learned, about the experiences that I have been through, and the things that I've learned from those experiences. We can grow together if we share, if we're honest, and if we help pull each other up. Water the seeds that somebody else planted, plant new seeds, and break up the fallow ground. And we'll all continue to grow together. I hope you'll come back next week for Saturday Scopes. So, check out my blog. It is CJAQUIS. That's CJAQIS at blogspot.com. I blog every Tuesday and Thursday. So if you need a little inspiration, a pick me up, whatever, you can check that out. Leave a comment, subscribe. I give away a prize pack every month with some really great stuff. This month I'm giving away a book by Joyce Meyer about freedom from the opinions of others and people pleasing. Rihanna Prince has partnered with us this month to give away an awesome t-shirt, and we're giving away a one-of-a-kind bookmark from my store. So check me out, and I'll see you next week. Bye.